Hey guys, what's going on? This is GI from Fight Rant. I hope you guys had a beautiful Labor Day weekend. I definitely did. Everything was pretty nice. Weather was awesome, and I just want to get back on here and give you guys a little preview about what's going to happen on Saturday. Saturday, September 10th. We have two pretty good shows. One is going to be UFC 203, and the other is going to be on HBO Boxing. The reason why these are pretty good shows for me is because they're going to show something that doesn't typically happen in boxing, and something that also doesn't typically happen in UFC. First thing we're gonna start off with would be HBO Boxing, which I believe starts at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. This is gonna be Triple G versus Brook, and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez versus Carlos Cuadras. The reason why this is important to me and is actually pretty good for boxing, because this is two fighters, one being Brook and the other being Roman Gonzalez, who will be stepping up to the next weight level to face pretty good opponents. Brook, he's going after Triple G's titles, and he is stepping up from welterweight going up to middleweight to take this fight. I believe it's a very brave thing to do. Brave thing to do, because we all know how strong Triple G is. He hasn't been tested like a lot of people say. Brook, I think, is a very good fighter, and I believe he can probably outbox Triple G. And the only thing is, will he be able to avoid those heavy punches that Triple G can provide non-stop for you? The way that I see the fight, I don't see Triple G losing. If anything, Triple G usually takes his time and takes the fight almost to the 6th or 7th round. And that's when it starts to get interesting. And I think that's where it's going to end, around the 6th or the 7th. Brook will probably take a fall, and that'll be the end of that. Surprise to me would be Brooks to get a knockout, but not doubtful that he would try to win by decision all 12 rounds, which I don't think that will happen, because Triple G is such a constant fighter. He's always on you. So for you to reach all the way up to the 12th round, you really have to do some Floyd Mayweather floating around to avoid all those punches and keep your stamina up, especially because Triple G, the way that he fights, he's not always a headhunter. He's working top and bottom, so he's gonna test your body, and he's gonna tire you out, get you to give in to his strategies, and corner you and take care of you in the corner like he usually does. And then once the 6th to the 7th round comes in, that's when he starts to take action to finish the fight. If you guys think different, let me know. I would love to hear the comments, read the comments at the bottom, and see what you guys think. And the other would be Chocolatito. He is going up against Carlos Cuadras. Carlos Cuadras, he's a junior bantamweight, and Chocolatito has been fighting as a flyweight. And I've always thought that that was his main motive, was to start climbing up so he can get better fights. Cuadras is going to be a very good fight for him. He's in number 2, I believe, right now, and he's not an easy fighter to take out. We all saw, if you guys didn't see Roman's last fight, a lot of people thought that maybe Roman, it doesn't really have what it takes, because he kind of had some trouble in the last fight he had. You guys give that a look, and let me know what you think about that. I think Chocolatito versus Cuadras is going to be a very good fight. It's going to be a very strategic fight, non-stop punching action, because Chocolatito is very active. He's always throwing punches, always working non-stop. So he's a very impressive guy. So it will be interesting to see how he's going to fare against Cuadras, who's also a very active fighter and has a pretty good right hook. So that's what's gonna happen in boxing. It starts, I believe, at 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm pretty sure that's the time. If not, just take a look and check your local listings. Uh, then we're gonna have UFC 203. The prelims usually begin at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Then we have the preliminaries at 8 o'clock, and then the main event at 10 o'clock. What I like about the UFC 203, it's not a pretty heavily stacked match. That's why I've seen that they're selling tickets 20% off. So that might be the reason why it's affecting it in that way. But it's got a few good fights in there. I think that the fights that are going to stand out the most would be the females. You're gonna have Andrade versus Calderwood. That's gonna be a really good fight between the two. I would put my money on Calderwood. And then you're gonna have Jessica Ai versus Beth Correa. That's gonna be an awesome fight as well. Those two, I'm not very impressed by Beth Correa. I think Jessica Ai is a tough fighter. She can go up against pretty much all the girls there and come out if not on top, pretty close. So this fight is pretty much a toss up. I don't think that Beth Correa, she might be the favorite, but I don't think that she is gonna be that easy of a fight. If I have to take a pick, I would stick with Jessica Ai, and I think that Jessica Ai would win this matchup. But those two fights, so the girls, I think are going to be the standout fights of that night. Then in that order, you're going to go with Faber versus Rivera. I think that's going to be an awesome match. And then, of course, you're going to have CM Punk versus Gall, which is what the UFC 203 has become mostly about. On that note, on CM Punk, Mr. Phil Brooks, a lot of people have hated on him because he has no experience no professional experience, and they feel that it was just because of his name that they brought him into the UFC to have a match. I can agree with that. I think so. I think that's one of the cases where they did do that for the ratings. Do I think CM Punk deserves to have a fight? Yeah, sure he does. I mean, it's not like he's going up against one of the top contenders. He's going against Gall, which is also new to the scene. So I think it's fair. I think anybody that would like to go into the UFC, go into boxing, and try and give it a shot, deserves to do that. And it's up to the company to decide whether it's a good idea and a good investment or not. I think it's a smart investment. I've always thought the UFC and wrestling have a lot of stuff in common, just because of the kind of matches that they bring, because it's something always exciting, where different spectrums, of course, because professional wrestling is more of a choreographed performance. So what I mean by them being pretty similar is these guys are here to entertain you and bring you the best show that they can give you, and they both strive to bring the best. You can see UFC always tries to do the best. They try to stack up the cards. They do interviews left and right. They have these videos where they talk about their lives and everything. So to get the crowd and get the fans invested in their fighter. So which is exactly what WWE does as well. So I think CM Punk fits in. Will he win? I hope so. I mean, I'm a CM Punk fan. I think he deserves it. He's put the blood, sweat, and tears in the WWE, and if he wants to go and give it a shot at the UFC, I don't see why not. I mean, it's not taking bread out of nobody else's table, because nobody else at that level that CM Punk is in the UFC is going to be able to draw as many people as CM Punk would be able to draw. So that's my thoughts on that. You guys tell me what you think. I mean, I've heard it every different way, so I don't know. That's up to you. That's up to you as a fan of the UFC, if you think it's logistically, if you think it's beneficial for the company or not. But I'm interested, and I'm gonna watch it. So, Miocic versus Overeem. I'm not sure about this fight, on who's gonna win. I'm leaning more towards Miocic because he's tough and he can get you in when you least expect it. He's got a Cinderella punch, like I would call. But also Alexander Overeem is a beast, and he's his time is due. So that's a toss up. Off the top of my mind, I'm gonna say right away, I'm saying Miocic. That's all that's coming out is Miocic. So I'm gonna go with Miocic. You guys tell me what you think. Do you think Overeem's gonna take out Miocic? A lot of people that I've spoken to actually don't like Miocic. I don't really know why. A lot of them say that it's because they don't think he's that good. But if he wasn't that good, he wouldn't be in the position that he's in right now. So that's my theory on that. So Miocic versus Overeem, Punk versus Gall, Faber versus Rivera, Andrade versus Calderwood, I versus Correa, Werdum versus Brown. That's another match that's there. That's pretty good. Everything else, I feel it's filler, and it's mostly showcasing new talent. So you guys decide whether it's gonna be a good fight or not. Let me know in the comments sections down below. Let me know what you think it's gonna be the best fight. Do you think there's gonna be a knockout of the night? If Gall knocks out CM Punk, that would probably be the knockout of the night, because a lot of people are expecting that as well. So I think fight in the night, I think is gonna go to one of the girls. To me, I see those two matchups as probably the best matchups in there, apart from Faber versus Rivera. That's gonna be a very good match as well. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Hit the like and subscribe if you do like, and if you guys wanna hit on some other topics, let us know. We also do random rants. I'm looking to do one very soon, and we'll see you guys next time. Hopefully I'm here with the whole crew. See ya.